lot of times we don't understand that blue-collar workers have a heck of a lot of responsibility. And that stress is building up, which means when they go home, they get all pissy and all frustrated. And so when Paula launched this is one of the things that drew my heart, not my money, not my head, not my heart was, I really do want to help that mom, that dad, who if they didn't have that stress, he or she would still be saying, that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend, let's go out. This really is more than just money. The money is great, everybody wants to make money, but it really is a little mission for the average person. You don't see in this company, even after 3 years old, all these, I'm making 100 grand, look at my new watch. What you see is these life-changing stories of the product, a few $100 a month, and it just explodes. You guys have a secret gem here that if you do it right, will continue to grow. And I know, because like Ben, I have to sit in front of regulators periodically. And I see what stupidity is. So for a company to say, we will do it right, we'll spend the money on the right products, we'll spend the money on the ingredients, we'll do the compensation right, we won't enter into a country until we're legal, that says a lot. So you guys need to understand a little bit of that backstory, and that's why we wanted to do this tonight. But I also want to bring up somebody that I have watched him from a distance online, and it's like, it doesn't matter how many notes I take, I just don't get where he's at. And it's like, Mr. Holmes, I want you to come up here and share a little bit.
What do you say?
See, I tell everybody, dress resort casual. And he does. But that's his whole life. All the Florida, baby.
Hello, everyone.
Chuck.
How's everybody doing? Great. Viva Florida. Welcome. Who's here for the first time in Florida? Oh, no. Show your hand up there. Couple? Well, welcome. We hope you come back. We love it. We're glad you're here. Paula, I want to thank you for inviting me to speak. I want to thank you even more for creating this most amazing company. I spent 17 years looking for something even 1/10 as good as this. And when I saw it, I was all in about 5 seconds in. So I want to give a couple quick shout outs. Once again to Paul and Ben, just for creating something amazing. I want to give a shout out to Ainsworth Thomas. Ainsworth is my sponsor. He hounded me for well over a week to look at this. I mean, he's not here tonight, but he's one of my close friends. He hounded me, so I'm eternally grateful for him. For Team Supreme, if you're on Team Supreme, give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my wife. I want to give a shout out to our upline success team, Marcus and Kim. Thank you. Woo woo! And then I want to give a shout out to 4 of my field marshals. The only reason I'm on this stage is because of my team. It's nothing that I did. No one can be successful here all by themselves. You can try. It's a dead-end road. So if you could just come up real quick. 50K Ruby Director, Will Zanders. 25K Sapphire Director, Melissa Brower. 10K Gold Director, Landy Martin. And 5K Gold Director, Michelle Carroll. These are 4 people I spend a tremendous amount of my time with. These are the future millionaires right here. These 4 in HBN. And I also, obviously, they have their teams as well. So if you're part of their team, you're very blessed. These folks are studs. I hope one day I can be like these 4 folks. I really do. So just give them one more shout out real quick. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So let's just do another shout out. If you're sitting next to someone you don't know, give them a high five and just say you're awesome. Even if you know the person, let them know they're awesome.
You're awesome.
Yes, awesome.
I'd also like to recognize some other people. If you have hit the rank of consultant, which means you've signed up at least 1 person or higher, throw your hand up. Let's see. I want to give all of y'all a shout out. If you signed up even 1 person, you can build a big business here. You just do more of what you did to enroll that first person, to enroll your second person, then your third person, and to keep duplicating that. If you've hit the rank of executive or higher, throw your hand up. Everybody look around. Big shout out. Most important rank in our company. If you can go executive and teach people how to do that, you can advance through every single rank in this amazing compensation plan. If you've hit the rank of bronze executive or higher, throw your hand up. Big shout out, first leadership position in the company. If you can go bronze, you can go diamond, you just do more of that. If you've hit the rank of silver executive or higher, throw your hand up. I'm gonna give you all the shout outs. Look at these hands, I love it. We've got all kinds of team supreme in the house, good job. If you've hit the rank of gold executive or higher, throw your hand up so everybody can see. We've got a few of y'all out there. Great job, everyone. If you've hit the rank of platinum executive or higher, throw your hand up. Wow. Yeah.
Landing.
And if you've hit the rank of pearl director or higher, throw your hand up one more time. If you've hit sapphire director or higher, throw your hand up. We got some studs in there. If you hit the rank of ruby director or higher, Kim, you better throw your hand up. Mr. Will Sanders, I love it. That means we have room for plenty of rubies. There's plenty of room for emeralds. There's room for diamonds. You just have to make the decision that you want to do it. Paula asked me tonight to talk to you a little bit about my story. I never really enjoy talking about myself. I enjoy talking about others. But I will tell you a very quick story. She also asked me to talk about why HBN, why now. So we'll cover that as well. And then a few of some basic success tips. So Troy, please keep me on time. I try to be to the point. But this is not my first company, unfortunately. For anyone here, this is your first network marketing company. I want to see your hand. You did something right your first time that took me close to 20 times to get it. That's embarrassing to say that, but I'm glad that I stuck with it and eventually found it. But if you hit this on your first time, you don't even know what you have your hands on. This is easily the best company in our entire industry, and you're very fortunate that you found it right out the gate. So I was introduced to network marketing from a friend. This was way back in 2002. I was an Army officer in Colorado. One of my lieutenant peers, she just said, I have a guy coming over about making money. Now, I've always been a hustler. I grew up in a lower middle class family, always been entrepreneurial, so I was always open for different ways to making money. I went over to her house. That's where I was first introduced to network marketing. It was Amway at the time. I had never heard of Amway. I had never heard of network marketing. I had never heard of leverage. I had never heard of residual income. It's a shame they don't teach that in school, but I wish I would have heard of that much sooner in my life. I spent about 2.5 years with that company. Did okay. I was up to maybe about $1,000 a month at the end. After that, I went through what's called the dark ages. And for any of you, I was in the MLM wasteland. I'm going to give all of you hope, because after you hear this, if I can succeed in this industry, you guys are looking at a finished product now. This is 18 years of failure. This is 18 years of struggling. This is 18 years of reinventing the wheel. Do not do what I did. If you're going to do what I did, just stick with it. But be coachable. Follow someone who's successful. Dark ages for about 10 years. I was in about maybe 17 or 18 companies. I lost track. It's not a fun conversation when you talk with your warm market and you're on your 17th deal. I can just assure you of that. It is not fun. People don't take you seriously. In 2014, that is the day I made a decision. I'll never forget. That's the day I decided I'm going to succeed in this industry or I'm going to die trying. I almost did die trying, but I did figure it out. Thank God I didn't die. But 5 years from the day I made that decision, I got to a 6-figure income in the industry. So that's pretty good. For the first 13, 14 years, it was really trial and error. Like I said, I wasn't coachable, had a bad attitude, didn't have any skills, wouldn't listen to my successful mentors, reinvented the wheel, stopped and started, all the same things that a lot of people do. But once I made the decision, it took me about 5 years to really, really get good at the industry. And considering I was doing it part-time, that's actually really a pretty good deal. Most of the people here have been in their career for 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 years. You either went to college or you went to a trade school, you got certified, you went through an apprenticeship program. It took you a long time to really master your craft. And what if each and every one of you, over a period of 5 or 6 years, you could really master your skills and get good at this and potentially create something that gives you back your life, instead of waiting 30 or 40 years to do it, hoping that when you retire, you're going to be able to live on 40% of what you're making when you are working. I think it's a great option. It's not for everyone, but it's a very great option. I've never found anything better out there than network marketing. I have looked high and low for different types of businesses, I always come back to this industry because of the leverage, because of the residual income, because of the low startup cost. We can join for free here. No one can complain about that. If someone tells you HBN is too expensive to join, which it's free to join, you probably want to go to the next person, because free is not expensive. So why HBN? What attracted me to HBN? I'm very different from most people. I did not come here for the products. I fell in love with the products after I came here. I came here for the money. Anybody else come here for the money? Am I the only one? So a couple of you, who came here for the products?
I did.
I'm going to interrupt them for a moment. So one of the conversations that Ben and I had a couple months ago, so Charles is not afraid to say to me whatever it is he wants to say.
I still love you.
And so he, in a message, says to me, I'm only here for the money. I don't care about the product. It's just like, Connor's like, Ben, I don't know who this guy is, but this is not the culture we want. This is not who we are. How do I help him see this is not who we are?
And we have shifted, our team, we have shifted to a product culture.
Oh, absolutely.
Most definitely, our products are amazing. But when I saw this comp plan, it set my world on fire. If you've looked at any comp plan in our industry, I know Will can attest, he's been doing this a long time as well. HBN pays you for doing the things that you should be doing, moving products to customers. They pay you very, very generously if you get after it. What's great about what we do here is you can pick the participation level that you want to play at. You can be a customer, which is what most people are. Our company, we have tens of thousands of customers. There's what, maybe 100 of us here? So most people are just going to be a customer. That is the most important part of your business. Every business needs customers. You love on those people, and you treat them well. You educate them on the products. In addition to that, the next level, you can do this as a side hustle. We have a lot of people here who are professionals. They have a great career. They make a good income. Maybe they're just looking for a plan B. Maybe they're looking for an escape. Anybody here on a traditional business? One? Okay, two. Wouldn't it be nice to have an escape from that? Instead of having to work 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week forever?
I'm the owner. I don't know much.
Okay, well, you got it.
I actually learned from network marketing how to duplicate myself.
There we go. Coach Calvin, you might be given the next one. So the comp plan here is what attracted me, the marketing system, what attracted me. I like the fact that we have no hype, we have no pressure, we don't make people feel bad, we don't say jobs are stupid, we don't say that you're going to get rich quick, we don't just talk about big money. We let people know the whole picture, we meet them where they're at, and we let them decide for themselves what level they want to play at. So you can be a customer, you can do this as a side hustle, you can do this potentially as a career. That's what I wanted to do from day one. I mean, I want to do this industry to the day that I die. I love this profession, always have. I know Landy is like that, Melissa, Will. We love helping people, we love teaching people, coaching people. So you have to pick the level that you want to play at. So real quick, couple success tips. Number one, you have to decide what you want. All success starts with a decision. You have to decide what level do I want to play at with HB Naturals. Only you can make that decision. Doesn't matter what I want you to do. It doesn't matter what your coach wants you to do. You have to make the decision. Hey, do I want to do this to make a couple $100s a month? Do I want to just get my health? Do I want to potentially make $3,000, $5,000 a month, or do I want to do this and potentially make the big income? And what's great is you don't have to make the big decision right out the gate. You may change over a period of time. A lot of people start out as a customer. In fact, some of the best builders start out as happy customers first, and then they evolve because they see the potential and they fall in love with the products. And they eventually want to do it now as a part-time business, and then as they start to grow that, they see the potential here and they make a decision to do this on a grand scale. So you just need to decide what you want to do. Step two is you need to make some type of plan. This is where your coach comes into play. If you're lucky to work with Coach Marcus, or with Kim, or with Will, or with any of the leaders in here, or whoever your sponsor is, you need to get with them and say, look, this is kind of what I want to achieve in the business. Based off what you know about my skills and how much time I can invest, what can I expect here? What do I need to do to get to that level? Because if you don't have a plan, you're never really going to get there. And there are many different plans. There's not one cookie cutter plan that everybody here has to follow. Some people are working I know you were working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Some people join, they're unemployed. Some people have a part-time job and they can commit more time. You just have to decide what level you want to play at, and you have to make your plan. The next thing you have to do is you have to start working your plan. You can't start and stop. This business it's not designed to do full-time right out the gate. I tell anybody in any network marketing company, if you join a company and you don't have any skills or any experience and you do this full-time from day one, it's a big mistake. It's designed to do part-time until you got some money in the bank, till you pay off your bills, until you have a predictable cash flow so you can be smart with your money. The next thing you want to do is you want to work on your skills. Will talks about this all the time. Whether you're a baker, a plumber, whether you're in construction, whether you're a mechanic, there's a basic set of skills that you have to master here. I know Eric Worre. Anybody heard of Eric Worre? Yes. He teaches some of the core basic skills that we have to master. What are those skills? Anyone know? Will, what's one of the 7 skills?
Prospecting.
Prospecting. That's the one skill we have to learn. Another skill, Eric Worre? Anyone?
Inviting.
Inviting. Okay, another skill? Presenting. Great. Another skill? Follow up. Great. Another skill? Closing. Okay. Anyone else? Another skill?
Get them to events.
Get them to events? Yep. Get them started right. Absolutely. So there's only a few basic things we have to learn, get good at, and eventually master to be successful here. To be a mechanic, I guarantee it's a lot more complex than that. To be a pilot, it's probably a lot. To be an astronaut, it's probably 8 million times more complex than that. 6, 7, 8 things you got to learn to master over a period of time. And oh, by the way, you get a free coach. You get free training. People have a vested interest in helping you make money. You can't say that if I'm going to start a restaurant today and I teach my general manager how to open a restaurant, he or she is going to be my competition next year because they're going to go open their own restaurant. Now I'm competing with them. Here, your coach, the only way they make money is if they help you make money. It's the ultimate win-win. So find a coach, humble yourself enough and listen to them. The next thing is the power of association. You got to get to these events. This is an event-driven business, always has been, always will be. You got to rub elbows, shake hands with people, smile at people, give people hugs, get to know people. Events are where people build their belief in the company. They build their belief in the products, the industry, themselves. It's vital that you come to events. Now, I know sometimes they're inconvenient. Sometimes you got to fly somewhere. You got to get a hotel. It can be expensive. That's why you want to budget for it. That's why you want to plan for them. But every leader that I've ever met in this industry, they promote events, they attend events, they don't miss them. I don't know any leader that does not do those 2 things. The next thing you want to do is you got to be persistent and consistent. The people who are successful here, they just do a little bit every day. I'm not talking 4 or 5 or 6 hours every day, but they spend at least 30 to 60 minutes a day on those basic income-producing activities, talking to people, following up with people, closing, asking for the sale, getting customers. 30 to 60 minutes a day, that's the magic. However, you got to do it at least 5 days a week. You can't do it 1 day a week, take 6 months off, and then start again. It's about doing a little bit over time, and then letting the compound effect or the slight edge effect kick in, and good things start to happen. And the final thing is don't quit. That is the only reason I was successful in this industry is I never quit. I wanted to quit. I mentally checked out hundreds of times, but I never physically quit. I always came back. I always knew that if I eventually did what other people did, I would get a similar result. So with that, thank you, Paula. Thank you, Team Supreme. Thank you, everyone who spent your time and your money to get here. I hope you learned something. I hope you have fun. And I can't wait to hear what Kim's going to say next.
Any questions for Mr. Holmes here? Anybody? Now you've got him here. You guys have seen his success. Now's the time maybe to ask him one of those questions you've been wanting to ask him. Kim will be answering those questions. I want you to realize what he said. You know, he said, been on all these companies, took me all these years, and he said something very important. I failed along the way, but he never said I was a failure. And one of the things that happens in any business, but especially in sales,
Great job, Chuck. Thank
is
you.
we start thinking we are a failure. Anybody know how many times Edison failed to do the light bulb? 10,000. And he said, it's not a failure, that's just the way it didn't work. So don't quit. He was so hard on that. Don't quit. Because this is a great opportunity, great products, but the comp plan isn't magic. He also mentioned that he came from Amway. Amway has the worst compensation in this business. It's awful. And yet there's 7-figure earners in it. It's never the comp plan that's going to make you money. It's a belief factor. And on that note, where is Miss Kim?
I'm right here.
There she is. They're like, I don't know, like sisters, the way they act. I mean, it's funny to watch, but I'm telling you, you are amazing. And it's been fun to watch you
Watch me.
just grow. It is. It's like, oh my gosh, because then you watch your team, it's like, that's true duplication. And that's the
This is my
fun part.
duplication right here. I get to look at all of you guys. I never held a mic either, okay? So bear with me here. Never.
Before you get started, the thing that I tell Ben, that I tell our children about Ken, other than that, I tell everybody she's amazing. I've known her for 18 months now about, right? I've never seen her act with ego, which is really the thing that ends up destroying just about every successful network in this industry. I've never seen her operate from ego. And as an owner, I go to sleep at night and I never have a thought of what she's going to do while I'm awake, right? And that means I have complete, absolute trust in her. And as an owner in this industry,
That's huge to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Every time I look at you, I want to cry because you've changed my life. Just incredible.
for giving us that.
Oh, thank you. Okay, before I go to cry for a minute, I can't look at her. HBN has changed my life, okay? There's no words. I wrote down notes, and if anyone watches my training, I write notes. I have sticky notes, and at the end, I just throw them away. I don't know why I bother, because I sit there and stress over every word. I stress that I'm going to stumble, that I'm going to cry, that I'm going to say something that may upset people, because I want you all here to feel like you are family, because that's what Heart Body Naturals is to me. That is, Paula and Ben are my family. First time we met in person was when she was out there signing in with Troy, and I went up to her, hugged her, and started to cry like a baby, because this woman has changed my life, my family's, my husband, who's there videotaping me. Thank you so much for that. But when I found Heart Body Naturals, it was by absolute fluke, mistake. God was sending it to me. Whatever you want to believe out there. We were going through a really tough time, my husband and I. He was working out of town. We vowed when we met and married. We've been married almost 5 years. He's helping me raise children that are not biologically his, but are his. That we did not separate and do that. We have 2 special needs kids. One is autistic, the other has learning disabilities, mental disabilities. So when one leaves the house falls apart. But he had to leave. We were in bad financial shape. Things were not good. We were taking from one bill, like paying our TELUS bill, taking the gas bill, phoning up the counter saying, no, next month we'll pay you double, I promise. Once that power bill came after Christmas, we couldn't pay. I'd phone my mom, can I do payment plans to you? And we weren't irresponsible with our money, but money goes quick, life is expensive, and you all know that with your bills, with mortgages, rent, whatever you have going on in your life. So my husband went out of town working, and I shut down. I got depressed. I was in bed with my computer searching up MLMs around the world, and I looked in Canada, because that's where I'm from, and I looked in the US, the UK, Australia. I couldn't find anything. And the kids came into the room and go, Mommy, 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 there's a pop-up fair. Do you guys have pop-up fairs? They're the most cruelest thing to a parent, especially when our window faces it and they can see this pop-up fair come up, and there's these little kids going, Mommy, please. So I scraped together some money. I was babysitting at the time. And I thought, okay, let's go to the fair, have some fun. We need to get together as a family, and I need to let go for a moment. And I just put out there, I said, okay, I'm meant to be in this industry. I need a sign. So we went out to the fair. We came home burnt as could be. We were red, and it was just a horrible day. And I opened up the computer, and there was no word of lie, an advertisement for Heart Body Naturals. How it got there, I don't know. I don't know if you already knew how to do that. I don't know. One of your staff members, I don't know. But there it was. And I Googled Hard Body Naturals, Paula, or not Paula, just Hard Body Naturals, and up came your name. And I didn't know you were the CEO when I wrote you.
We were actually at our lake house at Lake Erie, our third favorite place to be. And she messages me. And I'm like, it was pretty late at night.
I was depressed. I was in bed in my pajamas, eating Dairy Queen, and I don't eat takeout. I do not like that. It just does not agree with me. And I'm eating Dairy Queen too, and I'm eating my Blizzard, and I sent you that message, and you responded back.
I don't even know why. I
I don't know.
She sure did.
This lady messaged me. I just felt.
And I asked you the most ridiculous questions. I didn't know you were the CEO. I thought you were a consultant or an affiliate. I didn't even know what this program was, what this company was. I said, okay, I want to know the ins and outs. And I asked her questions. We spoke for a long time. You were very, very patient with me at that time.
It's only because I was drinking wine at the lake house.
And I only asked you those questions because I was depressed eating DQ in bed, okay? So there we go. And then
We're not promoting wine.
No, we're not promoting water and DQ, guys. Okay, we're helping all this
That's not
company.
what you brought up.
That's not it. But I asked her questions, and I got real answers. And there were some things you said to me that didn't quite jive because I was in Canada and I wanted certain products, but you were like, no, that's not what we are. But I loved your honesty. I loved your acceptance, and just that you were that direct with me. There wasn't the games, and transparency is the word I want. I've been in MLMs for 10 years, 20 years dabbling, 10 years serious, and if you don't have transparency and an owner you can trust, walk away. Okay, if you cannot get up every morning and say, yes, the owner is going to do right by us, or right by me and my family, walk away. I've spent too many years with companies that I just shake my head now. That's all. I learned a lot through it, but I just shake my head now, right? But you ended that conversation and said, as the CEO, I thought, holy hot damn, all right, as the CEO, are you kidding me? And I was so embarrassed. I'm like, all right, how do I sign up? And she sent me links, and I asked how to max out your comp plan. You said 100 PV, and I've done it ever since. We have no money. You don't know that, but I took money from our credit card to do that. Well, Dad didn't know. But it was the best thing ever. We have, like I said, 2 special needs kids. My why to stay home is for them. And Abby is using Entourage. Now again, this is no medical claims, you guys. This is my personal experience. I say that on all my videos. If you watch me, you know that. But it's changed my daughter's life. I posted a video in our testimonial group of her dancing on stage. She had no interest. She was on meds. Those meds were horrible. They made her a zombie. Yeah, she wouldn't go to school. She wouldn't shower. She had no friends. I asked her what she wanted for Christmas. She went, meh. I'm like, meh? What do you want for Christmas? Not meh. And then after we got her on the Entourage, I said, Abby, what do you want? She'd text me, and there was bullet form and all these weird words. Tapestry. I didn't know what a tapestry was, so I was Googling tapestry that she wanted. And, you know, it was incredible. That's the kind of feeling that you get with Heart Body Naturals here, because our products are life-changing. They do work. So once she did that, we got her off the meds. Slowly, everyone asked me how long. I don't want to give a time frame because every single person is different. But for us, it gave me back my family. And I'm shaking here. You guys are making me nervous. But it's just been incredible. And no money. Yeah, I remember the first time I got paid, I wrote you and said there was a mistake. I'm like, there can't be. That's not right. You're like, no, that's your hard work. I thanked you for it. You said, don't thank me for it. You didn't do anything. You said, Kim, you did that. You have given me so much confidence, my family back. You've given us a different life. Like coming to Florida, this is the first time we've been in the United States. It's gorgeous. Florida is beautiful. You guys are, every American I've met is incredibly welcoming and just beautiful. You guys have just been so fabulous. And you guys, you know, when you write me and say, sorry to bother you, stop doing that. You have never bothered me, not from one moment, okay? I don't want to hear, I know you're busy, not too busy for you guys. You guys are my family, and you can hear how much family means. You guys are my family. Marcus, I give you a shout out all the time, because you're kind of like my right-hand man now. I come to Marcus all the time for stuff, but there's lots of room for leadership here, you guys. We want leaders to step up. We want to support you guys. We want you to reach your dreams and goals, because it's a pretty fun industry here. It's work though. Charles, I don't know what you said, how many hours I have to work a week? I don't know. I do this a lot. I do this full time. So from like 8 a.m., and I'm actually like 3 a.m. sometimes because I have Australians and things too, all the way till 11 p.m. I'm on the computer, I'm on the phone, I'm doing Zooms, I'm doing conferences, I'm meeting people face to face. It's a lot of work, but the amount of work you put in, you'll get it back tenfold. You know, and just think about your goals. Some people just need a little bit of money. If you're going to do this for, you know, I have people that do it for gas money to get to work. I have one lady who just wanted winter tires. She's like, I haven't had winter tires in years, Kim. I said, let's get you those winter tires. She wrote me, I got my winter tires. And she was crying, and I could just see it through that message. That's what it is. If you want the fancy homes, you can do that here too. But it's whatever your goals are. But be realistic. I've been doing this for 10 years. So when you see my followers, I get, ooh, 90,000 followers, how? 10 years, that's how, okay? That didn't happen overnight. But it can happen, you guys, and I know you all can do it. I know Mr. Sanders out there, you worked hard and you are always out there sharing the business. You know, I can go through everyone here and say something nice and how hard you guys work. But it is work. But the amount of work you put into it is what you're gonna get back. And if you believe in the company, really believe, that is, I think that's really key. That's okay. We sneeze. As long as it's not the, no. Where's the adult wellness and try remedy? Come on, you guys, what's gonna happen, right? I have it. A protector, right? I traveled from Canada when I had the protector out. Once in a while, I just kind of rub the seat down with it and things like that. I'm trying to be, you know, I'm like, I'm not doing anything bad. No, I'm just cleaning the plate. I don't trust you guys. But we know we have products we can trust. We have an owner we can trust. It starts from the top to the bottom, or the bottom to the top, whichever you want to think of it. Paula built the company. It's a foundation. We have a strong foundation, an owner we can trust, an owner who's going to be there for us. So let's help each other create more and more levels so we can all be at the top here. All right, I don't want to say anything more because I'm going to cry. I don't want to cry.
Any questions for Ms. Kim?
There's nobody cooking. Like, come on.
What's in your best recruiting tool?
My customers.
Which one?
My customers. All right. I have been through this industry for quite a while, and I've done well with my companies I've been with, but I've always been customer-based. And I have, if you have a happy customer, you're going to have, I don't know, the referrals happen then, and a lot of my best consultants have started out as my customers. So I never, as people always ask me, well, what does a leader look like? How do you get a leader? You tell me. Look around this room. I see leaders, but would you go out to a room and like go to Walmart and say, that's a leader, that's a leader, that's a leader, I'm gonna go talk to that person. I never underestimate a person, ever. Some of my best consultants have been my customers, and they are moms or stay-at-home dads or an aunt or an uncle that's just working part-time, needs a little bit more money on the side. They try the products, they love the products, and they're going to their hairdresser. Yeah, I'm not in pain anymore because I use this pain lotion. They're like, oh, pain lotion, what's that? And then they start seeing that money come in, you know, you throw your link and they're like 50 cents a buck for doing what? Like for sharing your story with people, that's all it takes. But have a story, don't be afraid to get out there and say, hey, this is my story. Listen to me, because people want to follow you if you're going to share your real story. And you're going to get out there and stumble, oh my gosh. I told on the last training Zoom, I said I had 5 husbands. And I screwed up so bad, and I kept trying to fix it. And the more I fixed it, the worse it got. I have 5 husbands and 1 kid. I'm like, no, why would I say that? I have 5 husbands, 1 kid. I'm like, oh my God, I have 1 husband and 5 kids. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, Kim, just shut up. But people like that. They like that I'm real. And you're going to stumble on words, and you're going to stumble on the ingredients. Some of the ingredients in our products, I love our products. I don't know how to say some of those words. And I use the Google Translate for a lot of them. And so I'm standing in front of the mirror, I'm like, Arabic, I'm like, I'm not trying to make them pushing my face and everything. But just get out there and be real and never underestimate somebody. A customer, I always look at them and think, that could be my next superstar. So you never know, but don't go looking for a leader, because I don't know what they look like. Marcus, what's a leader look like? Paula, what's a leader look like?
I've been at this a long time and I can't tell you.
No. And those ones, I've had people where I spent hours and weeks and months with them. I'm thinking, yeah, that's my superstar. And it goes, wah, wah, wah. And then someone comes in, tries the product, and they're just take off all of a sudden. I'm like, wow, look at that person go. Like my Jen or my Louise. I could sit here naming people all night long too. That just are real people that love the product, that talk to people about it, and they take off. That's all it takes. So never underestimate who you're going to run into. I was at Safeway one time, and this girl was like, oh, my back is really sore, my cashier. I was going to one lady, because I love talking to her. She said, my back is really sore, Kim. And I'm like, opened up my purse, got on my 2 samples of pain, handed it to her, and she's a great customer that refers people to me all the time. I was in the hospital, there was another lady complaining about stomach pain, gave her a pain lotion, and she now refers me to all her people in the senior center. So you just never know, right, who you're going to run into. But it's just sharing and being you and stumbling, and there's going to be roadblocks. Trust me, there's going to be lots of roadblocks. And there's going to be days where you think, I can't do it anymore. I can't answer one more message. I cannot deal with this. And then there's going to be days where you have that, that's why I'm here. Yeah, this is why I want to do this. And I see that right now. This is why I'm here. This is why I did it. Look at you guys. Just take a look around, you guys. Look. These are leaders. You want to know what a leader looks like? Look at who's next to you. You guys can do it.